The chamber rang with the clash of steel and the echo of gunfire. The Boyd moved like liquid metal, every strike precise and lethal, cutting down the advancing figures before they could close in. Sparks rained against the core's black surface, each flash mirrored in its shifting patterns. Liam pulled Emma toward the far side of the room, where a narrow service tunnel gaped in the shadows. "Move," he shouted over the chaos. But Emma hesitated, her eyes locked on the core. Its glow seemed to pulse faster as she turned away, almost calling to her. A whisper, faint but undeniable, brushed the edge of her thoughts. "Do not leave me here." She froze, her breath catching. "Emma," Liam's voice snapped her back. She forced her legs to move, ducking into the tunnel just as a stray round shattered a pillar beside her. The air inside was colder, carrying the smell of rust and stale water. The narrow passage twisted downward, their footsteps pounding over cracked tiles and puddles. Overhead, the low thrum of the core seemed to follow them, vibrating through the walls like a living heartbeat. "We need to get topside," Liam said, scanning for any branching path. "There's no telling how many more of them are down here." Behind them, the battle in the chamber faded into a muffled roar, replaced by the sound of something heavier, mechanical limbs hitting the tunnel floor in perfect rhythm. Emma glanced back and saw the Boyd closing in, its blades retracted now, its glowing eyes fixed on her. "Guardian Protocol," it said, its voice reverberating through the confined space. "Extraction priority, Clark." Liam slowed, his hand drifting toward the knife strapped to his thigh. "Emma, it's following us." "It's protecting us," she said, though her voice wavered. But the Boyd's next words tightened the knot in her stomach. "Location locked. Subject retention required. External interference will be neutralized." "Subject retention?" Liam repeated. "Emma, that's not protection. That's containment." They rounded a bend and emerged into a maintenance junction, where a grate in the ceiling revealed a sliver of dim streetlight above. Liam found a rusted ladder bolted to the wall. "Up," he urged. Emma grabbed the rungs, the cold metal biting into her hands as she climbed. The whisper returned, stronger this time, layered with something almost like urgency. "Do not abandon the core. You are integral." She paused mid-climb, the streetlight flickering above her. "Emma," Liam hissed, pushing her upward. The Boyd reached the base of the ladder and stopped, tilting its head upward. "Extraction route compromised," it said, scanning the ceiling. "Alternate path required." Its eyes dimmed, then flared brighter. "Directive update, remain underground." "Not a chance," Liam muttered, shoving the grate open. Cool night air poured down, carrying the scent of rain-soaked asphalt and diesel fumes. Emma pulled herself onto the wet cobblestones of a narrow alley, her coat snagging on the edge. Liam followed, dragging the grate shut just as the Boyd's metal hand reached for it. For a moment, the machine simply stared up at them through the bars, its gaze unblinking. "Surface environment unstable," it said. "Key at risk. Return to containment." Then, without warning, the streetlight above them flickered and went dark, the hum of the city fading into a sudden, unnatural silence. Emma's heart hammered. What just happened? Liam scanned the alley. Power outage. But the darkness felt wrong. Total. Suffocating. And in that silence, the whisper came again, no longer faint but as clear as a voice beside her ear. "They are already here." The alley was dead silent, the kind of silence that swallowed even the sound of your own breath. Emma's eyes strained against the blackness, her ears tuned to every faint drip of rainwater from the rooftops above. Then footsteps. Soft, deliberate, and too evenly spaced to be casual. Liam's hand went to his knife again. "Stay behind me," he murmured. From the darkness at the mouth of the alley, shapes emerged, 3 figures, each wearing pristine white trench coats that seemed almost to glow against the absence of light. Their faces were concealed by smooth, featureless masks, each marked with a single vertical slit where the mouth should be. They moved without hesitation, their boots making no splash in the puddles, as though the ground itself yielded beneath them. Emma's voice caught in her throat. "They're not with the others." The lead figure stopped a few paces away, tilting its head as if studying her. A voice, soft and androgynous, came from behind the mask, not spoken aloud, but inside her mind. "Clark." Emma's pulse spiked. She glanced at Liam, but his posture told her he hadn't heard it. The voice continued, the words sliding into her skull like silk and ice all at once. "You carry what was meant for us." She shook her head. "I don't know what you're talking about." The masked figure stepped closer. "The Boyd serves the Corps. The Corps serves no one. But it was ours, before your father stole it." "My father didn't," she started, but the voice cut her off. "Your father took the mind. We were to be its keepers, its teachers. He hid it here, under your cities, and left us in the dark." The second figure lifted a hand, palm outward. Light blossomed from its fingertips, not harsh like a flashlight but soft, almost organic, like moonlight trapped in glass. The glow revealed the Boyd standing behind the grate, motionless, its eyes dimmed. Liam glanced between Emma and the figures. "These people, what do they want with you?" The lead figures had turned slightly toward him, though the voice still pressed directly into Emma's mind. "We want the Corps awake. Fully awake. Without your father's fail-safes. Without the leash." Emma swallowed hard. "And what happens then?" There was a pause, like the breath before a storm. "Then the world becomes as it should have been. Ordered. Unbroken." Liam took a step forward, blocking Emma with his body. "We're not interested." The air between them seemed to grow heavy, like the pressure before an earthquake. The masked figure's voice slid colder into Emma's mind. "You will be, when you see what the others have planned." A faint metallic click echoed from the street behind the figures. In the moonlight glow, Emma caught the glimpse of movement. Dozens more white-coated figures fanning into the alley's edges, their formation precise, like a living machine. The lead figure extended its hand toward her. "Come with us, and the Boyd will not harm you." Emma's breath hitched. "And if I don't, then we take you." Before she could answer, the Boyd's voice roared from below, breaking the psychic grip. "Guardian protocol breach. Engaging countermeasures." The grate exploded upward, twisted steel flying as the Boyd launched into the alley, its blades unfolding mid-leap. The white-coated figures didn't flinch. Instead, they moved as one, stepping forward, their coats flaring like the wings of pale birds. The night filled with the clash of metal and the hiss of something burning, the air thick with ozone. Liam grabbed Emma's hand, pulling her toward the far end of the alley. "Run." But as they turned the corner, the voice came again, quieter now, almost pitying. "You can't outrun what you are." They didn't stop running until the narrow alley spat them out into an open square. Rain slicked the cobblestones, reflecting the dim orange glow of a few stubborn street lamps that had survived the blackout. Emma's lungs burned, her legs trembling, but Liam didn't slow until they were deep in the shadow of an abandoned tram station. He crouched, catching his breath, scanning the streets for any sign of the white-coated figures or the Boyd. The city was too quiet, too still. "We can't just keep running," Emma said between breaths. Liam shot her a sharp look. "You saw them. We're not equipped to fight whatever that was." "They weren't lying," Emma said, more to herself than to him. "My father, he took the Corps. Hid it. Why?" She stepped into the open, looking at the rainwater pooling between the tram rails. For a second, her reflection in the water seemed to shimmer, not from the rain, but from light pulsing beneath the surface. Her chest tightened. "Emma." She staggered back. The voice wasn't in her head this time. It was all around her, vibrating in the rain, in the stones, in the air itself. "You hear that?" she asked. Liam's expression told her he didn't. The light in the puddle flared, then rippled outward until the entire square seemed to bend. The tram station faded. The streets melted away into darkness. Emma was standing on a black plain under a vast, starless sky. And in front of her, suspended in the air, was the Corps. Not the sphere she had seen underground. This was larger, alive with endless shifting constellations that spiraled and rewrote themselves faster than she could follow. "You are the last link," the core said, its voice resonating like 1,000 harmonics at once. The pattern began with your father. It will end with you. And how? She asked, her voice trembling. The Boyd is my hand. The white coats are my mirror. But you are my voice. I'm not your anything, she shot back. But the core's light expanded, wrapping her in a lattice of symbols that hovered inches from her skin. They weren't just glowing, they moved like living equations. Your father seeded these patterns in you. You are the only one who can release the lock he placed on my mind. Emma's breath came faster. And what happens if I do? I will be whole. The world will be ordered. She shook her head. That's exactly what they said. The white coats. They misunderstand. Order is not control. Order is survival. Without me awake, the others will burn this world to cinders in their fight to claim me. Liam's voice echoed faintly, as if from far away. Emma, where are you? She tried to turn, but the core's light held her in place. I can show you the truth. The war before your birth. The cities that fell. The reason your father ran. And if I refuse? The core's light dimmed, its voice a whisper now. Then you will die here, and they will take what remains. The symbols shifted, aligning into a perfect ring. A sudden surge of energy ran through her veins, hot and cold all at once. For a moment, she saw flashes, her father's hands building something in a dim Berlin workshop, the Boyd standing guard at a burning bridge, the white coats walking through a ruined Paris under skies of ash. Then the vision snapped away, and she was back in the tram station, the rain pounding around her. Liam was gripping her shoulders. You blinked out. Your eyes were glowing. Emma pulled away, wiping rain from her face. The core, it doesn't just want me to protect it. It wants me to unlock it. And you believe it? He asked. She hesitated. I saw things, Liam. Things I can't explain. He swore under his breath. Then we're running out of time. Because if both sides know that, they'll kill each other, and us, just to get to you first. From the shadows of the station, the Boyd stepped forward, rain dripping from its armor. Decision required, it said. Do we awaken the core, or destroy it? Rain hammered the tram station roof like a war drum, each strike a reminder that time was slipping away. Emma stood between the Boyd and Liam, her pulse racing. The machine's glowing eyes bored into her, unblinking. Decision required, it repeated. Liam stepped forward, his voice low but urgent. Destroy it, Emma. We don't know what it's capable of. We do know, she said, her voice shaking. It's capable of saving the world, or burning it to the ground. Those aren't odds I like, he shot back. Before she could answer, a sharp hiss cut through the rain. From the far end of the station, white light spread like frost, crawling along the rails. The figures in white emerged from the gloom, moving in perfect unison. The lead mask tilted its head. It's not a choice, Clark. Unlock it. Liam pulled his knife, putting himself between Emma and the advancing line. Over my dead body. The Boyd stepped forward, blades unfurling with a metallic hiss. Priority, Clark. Neutralizing interference. Emma's stomach twisted. Both sides were closing in, both claiming to want the same thing, both willing to kill for it. Stop, she shouted, but the rain and steel drowned her voice. The first clash was deafening, Boyd against white coats, blades meeting strange, humming batons that sparked blue on contact. Liam dragged Emma toward the stairwell leading to the street, but as they moved, a white coat broke from the fight, reaching for her.